Hello all. In this video, we will talk about how you should calibrate your performance in any good mock test series that you have taken up for your CLAT PG, AILET PG, DU LLM or other LLM entrance exams, especially those which have negative marking. Most LLM entrance exams will have 1 mark for each correct answer, and they will have a 25% negative marking. That is, 1/4 of a mark will be deducted for each wrong answer, and there will be no negative marking for unanswered questions. We started our mock test series in 2018, and every year we have seen an increasing number of our users getting seats in various institutions, including the NLUs, through exams like the CLAT PG, AILET PG, or the IIT KGP LLM entrance. Over the years, we also realized that many of our successful users were also quite worried about their performance in the mock tests. Especially as we get closer to the exam, we would receive emails stating something like, I have been practicing with the mock tests for a couple of months now, and my scores are not going up. What should I do? What am I doing wrong? What else should I study, or how should I change my approach? And typically these were users who were scoring anywhere between 50 to 60% in their mock test series. And we would of course find ourselves telling our users, don't worry, you're doing fine, your scores are as expected, and all is well. A root cause for all these concerns is the fact that we are tuned to looking at our performance in these entrance exams with the same perspective that we look at our performance in our regular academic exams. That is, we consider a good student to be someone who scores at least 60% or a first class, and we have always been trained that we should aim for a distinction. But these entrance exams are different, especially when you consider that there is a negative marking in these exams, and these exams are designed to help in the stack ranking process. That is, to help select a few from among all the applicants who will eventually get the seats in these institutions. So these exams are designed to be different. To understand things a little better, let us take a look at this table, which shows the rank, the marks, and the percentage of the general merit category candidates who got admission to some of the top NLUs in 2020. The first 3 columns are for the highest rank holder, and the second 3 columns are for the last general merit rank holder who got a seat. The first column for each candidate has the rank, followed by the actual marks scored in the exam, and the third column, which is highlighted in either blue or green, shows the translation of the marks into percentage out of 120. As you can see, the highest rank holder in NLSIU in 2020 scored 60%, and the lowest general merit candidate scored 46%. For NALSAR, it was 56% and 44%. NLIU, it was 47% and 42%. And for the West Bengal NLU, it was 44% and 41%. Considering that the format and the pattern for CLAT PG 2020 was completely changed from the normal MCQs to a completely comprehension-based exam, we can give it a benefit of doubt that this change might have pulled down the overall scores of the candidate by a bit. So we did a similar analysis for AILET PG 2020 as well, which still followed the normal MCQ pattern. Even here, the top ranker scored 64%, and the last general merit candidate who got a seat scored 54%. Remember, all these calculations are for academic purposes only, because the actual cutoff marks will change year to year depending on the complexity of the question paper. So you should be looking at that cutoff ranks and not the cutoff marks. But these calculations are still very helpful to gauge the level of your preparation when you're taking the mock tests. So keeping in mind the previous calculations, you see that scoring 60% or 50% in the mock tests is quite good. In any well-designed mock test series, the question should be at least equivalent or preferably slightly more complex than what you can expect in the actual exam. You should have less time to answer the questions than what you will have in the actual exam, which is the reason why we have used plenty of passages in our CLAT PG mocks, which are longer than what you will see in the actual exam. And you should also have more practice questions, which means more number of mocks for exams like AILET PG and more number of passages for comprehension based exams like the CLAT PG. The most important thing here is do not psych yourself out and undermine your own confidence by assuming that you are not scoring well or that others are scoring better than you. Incidentally, this was also the reason why we discontinued the mock test leaderboards from our portal, because we felt that it was either causing underconfidence in some users and overconfidence in case of some other users. Don't get worried about your scores. Don't worry about how others are scoring. Focus on your own preparation. All that you need to do is practice regularly, follow your own pace, and give it your best shot. Another important question that we regularly receive from many of our users is whether they should answer all the questions or just skip the questions that they are not so sure about. Our recommended approach has always been that you should answer all the questions, even if you have to take a complete guess. Because even with a completely random guess, you still have a 25% probability of getting the answer right. The upside is that you may score one additional mark, and the downside is that you may lose 1/4 of a mark. Ideally, you should try to eliminate any obviously wrong answers and take a guess from among the remaining options. Even if you are able to eliminate one option, the probability of choosing a correct answer increases to 33%. If you can eliminate two options, your probability goes up to 50%. You can take a few mock tests to identify the strategy that works best for you. Take a few mock tests where you skip unfamiliar questions and some where you use the guesswork strategy and see which one works best in your case. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, as the official announcements are released for the various LLM entrance exams in the next few weeks. We will cover the syllabus, the prep strategy, and other aspects in our upcoming videos. Check out lawmin.com for online prep packs and mock tests for the IILET PG, CLAT PG, DLLM, IIT KGP LLM, UGC NET, Judicial Services, and other exams. Thank you, and see you soon in our next video.